Hello and welcome to the program from the National Assembly. I am Mitaire Ikpen. The House of Representatives has constituted more than a dozen special ad hoc committees to address urgent matters of public concern as well as tackle emerging national issues that may arise especially during the ongoing parliamentary recess and going forward. Also in a significant development in Parliament, the federal government's 2025 and 2026 external borrowing plan has been amended to secure additional funding for some pivotal projects, including the Lagos to Calabar Coastal Highway, first phase of that project, as well as the Nigerian Universal Communication Access Project, which aims to bridge the digital divide by deploying 7,000 telecommunications towers across remote communities in Nigeria towards enhancing connectivity and socio-economic opportunities. These and more resolutions were reached during the House plenary of Wednesday, the 23rd of July, 2025. And on the program today, we have put together the highlights of that plenary for your viewing pleasure.
To be faithful, loyal, and honest, to serve Nigeria with all my strength, to defend our unity and uphold our honor and glory. So help me God. Almighty God, we beseech Thee to inspire and guide all our counsels and actions, so that I may always walk in the path of justice, love, and charity to one another. Help us with Thy grace to do only those things that will promote the unity, peace, happiness, and prosperity of Nigeria. Exercise of the powers conferred on the House by Order 20, Rule 9 of our standing orders, where hereby the House or the Speaker may at any time constitute special ad hoc committees to address matters of urgent public concern. I hereby announce the establishment of the following committees to tackle emerging issues before the House. The first ad hoc committee is on tackling illegal mining, which will be chaired by Honorable Sani Igidi Ibrahim. The deputy chairman will be Honorable Daliob Cholom. We also have ad hoc committee on border security, which will be chaired by Honorable Isa Anka, and the deputy chairman will be Honorable Kobis Ari Timo. We have another committee on the mismanagement of oil spill cleanup funds in the Niger Delta, which will be chaired by Honorable Ete Opolopun Ipom, and the deputy chairman will be Honorable Etana Bene Benedict. The fourth ad hoc committee is on flood management and response, which will have Honorable Midala Usman Balami as the chair, while deputy chairman will be Honorable Adamu Sani.
Point of order, Mr. Speaker.
Yes. What's the point of order?
This House has already sat on the issue of illegal mining, has raised an investigation, and a report has actually been submitted to this House on illegal mining.
When was that?
This particular assembly. I can get the exact date for you.
Okay, so we'll suspend that one until we make investigation. We'll confirm from the rules and business.
Please do.
If it is so, we'll step that one down.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome. So the fifth one is ad hoc committee on the implementation and oversight of the Naira for crude oil policy. The chairman will be Honorable Emerengwa Boniface Sunday, and the deputy chairman will be Honorable Nwogu Kelechi. The sixth ad hoc committee is on preparedness for the single-use plastic ban, which will be chaired by Honorable Tasir Ubo, and the deputy chairman will be Honorable Mohammed Saidu Bargaja. The seventh ad hoc committee is on public health crises and emergencies, which will be chaired by Honorable Adeshola Adedayo, and the deputy chairman will be Honorable Sani Lawal. The 8th ad hoc committee is on agricultural subsidy programs, which will be chaired by Honorable Jamo Aminu, and the deputy chairman will be Honorable Sunday Umeha. The 9th ad hoc committee is on drug trafficking and abuse, which will be chaired by Honorable Adelebe Oluwatimehin, and his deputy will be Honorable Peter Anikwe. The 10th ad hoc committee is on the mandatory national decarbonization program, which will be chaired by Honorable Sesi Oluwason Wingam, and the deputy chairman will be Honorable Thaddeus Atta. The 11th ad hoc committee is on the economic, regulatory, and security implications of cryptocurrency adoption and point-of-sale operations in Nigeria, which will be chaired by Honorable Bamishile Olufemi Richard and to be deputized by Honorable Aguye Suleiman Daladi. The 12th is an ad hoc committee on the expenditure of all intervention funds on security, which will be chaired by Honorable Zachary Dauda Nyampa and will be deputized by Honorable Tijani Kaedwe Ismail. The 13th ad hoc committee is on the expenditure of all intervention funds. The 14th is ad hoc committee to investigate pre-shipment inspections of exports and the non-repatriation of crude oil proceeds, which the chairman and the deputies will be mentioned before the end of this sitting. We have ad hoc committee to investigate indiscriminate and non-compliance with letters and dictate of establishment circulars of the federal government by ministries, departments, and agencies of government, which will be chaired by Honorable Jinja Onwosibe. The deputy will be announced in due course. We also have an ad hoc committee to investigate the reasons behind the abandonment of federal roads in and out of Calabar, despite repeated budgetary provisions, which will be chaired by Honorable Billy Osaoru and will be co-chaired by Honorable Blessing Amadi. Other members of the committee are Honorable Hidero, Honorable Zana Usman, Honorable Sani Nazifi, Honorable Emil Iyang, Honorable Chinedu Obuka, Honorable Mohamed Basi, Honorable Tijani Zakaria, Honorable Mohamed Chiroma, Honorable Martin Wogu, Honorable Karim Tajuddin Abisodin, and Honorable Benedict Ntabine. Activities will be communicated in due course. Any member with petition?
I have a petition from one Mr. Stanley Ogagbe. The petition is against the Permanent Secretary, the Director of Finance, and the Director of Procurement in the Federal Ministry of Aviation and Aerospace Development for corrupt practicing through illegal award and payment of contracts to non-existing ineligible companies and those that do not meet procurement requirements. Mr. Speaker, I want to seek the leave of the House to lay this petition.
Please go ahead. Honorable Oke.
Mr. Speaker and distinguished colleagues, I have several petitions, but I will only nosedive to just three, representing the former three regions. Mr. Speaker, this petition is by a network advocates against corruption, signed by Mr. Stanley Ogebe. Mr. Speaker, this petition is against the Director General of National Biotechnology Research and Development Agency for breach of procurement law, allegation of fund diversion, and gross abuse of office, public office. The prayers are well engrafted in the petition hearing. The second petition is sent by the St. Stanley against the Chief Executive Officer of National Primary Health Care Development Agency, for breach of procurement law, and it becomes important we emphasize this, and abuse of public officer. The third petition is from Basil Nebe against threat of life. Mr. Speaker and distinguished colleagues, the prayers are well drafted here, and with your kind permission, Mr. Speaker and distinguished colleagues, I seek your indulgence to lay these petitions. Thank you, sir.
Please go ahead.
This petition is on the urgent need to address the incitement by Senator Ned Nwoko against the Benin Kingdom and Igbanke community of Orion local government area of Edo State for his own selfish interest. Mr. Speaker, distinguished Senator Ned Nwoko, who represents Delta North Senatorial District, has allegedly incited the people of Igbanke community against the Benin Kingdom, sparking tension and potentially destabilizing the region, all in the name of trying to carve out part of Igbanke into being part of newly clamored Anioma State. Mr. Speaker, the prayers here is for the Honorable House to look at this matter critically and put a stop to this move that is about to cause a breakdown of peace, law, and order in the community and the kingdom in general, and hold Senator Ned Nwoko accountable for his actions. By the leave of the Speaker, I plead to lay this petition.
Please proceed.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Honorable Ajilo.
I have a petition from the Commit Technology and Consult against Mr. Oluwale Austin Frat of Sierra Leone's Digital Transformations Project. The petitions on fraudulent conduct of misrepresentations by official internationals limited in the implementations of World Bank funded project in Sierra Leone calls for the legislative interventions signed by the Chief Executive Chairman, Dr. Nirans Oyekali. Mr. Speaker, permit me to submit the petitions before the Honorable House. Thank you.
Please proceed.
I rise this morning to lay a petition against falsification of records of employment and satisfactory service record against Dr. Theo Osim Oyuku with IPPIS number 362000 with Federal Neuropsychiatric Hospital, Calabar. With the kind permission of the Right Honourable Speaker, may I lay this petition?
Please go ahead. Any more petitions?
Mr. Speaker, sir, I have a petition signed by one of my constituents, Malam Mohammed Usman Galadima. Mr. Speaker, sir, the petition is against Power China Holding Engineering Company and its partner firm over the unlawful detention and neglect of Mr. Zuledin Nass. Mr. Speaker, sir, with your kind permission, I would like to lay the petition before the Honourable House. Mr. Speaker, sir.
Mr. Speaker, I have a petition from a group of Nigerians resident in South Africa. It's about urgent diplomatic and legal actions against the xenophobic killings and ill-treatment of Nigerians in South Africa. With your permission, Mr. Speaker, I wish to lay this petition. Thank you, sir.
I'm Honorable Engineer Sesoka, member representing the good people of Vandikia Conscia Federal Constituency from Benue State. I have a petition duly signed by a constituent of mine, Mr. John Osa, titled Petition Against Dangote Group for Causing Fatal Accident and Grievous Body Health. I ask for permission to lay the petition, Mr. Speaker.
Petitions are referred to the Committee on Public Petitions for further legislative action. Honorable Usaini Jallo, do you still have a personal explanation or we can proceed?
Yes, I have, sir.
So please go ahead.
All right, Honorable Speaker, sir, my personal explanation is coming under Order 8-6. It has to do with the retired police officers that have been on strike for the past 48 hours. The retired personnel of the police force are presently under the contributory pension scheme. The House is aware that over the years, the retired police officers have complained bitterly against the arrangement as retired military officers and other security agencies are placed under the former pension scheme that in which they are fully paid by the government without any contribution. Despite that, the retired police officers of Nigeria have been demonstrating all over the country since Monday, 21st July 2025, over their plight as they want to exit the contributory pension scheme. Yesterday and the day before yesterday, myself and the Chairman of Police Affairs, Honorable Mikey, we met and addressed them on this issue. And also the Inspector General of Police had discussion with the retired police officer on the need for them to go back as the government is doing everything to consider their plight. The House resolved to consider the bill that is before the House for the police to exit the contributory pension scheme under PENCOM and place them on the same line with the other security agencies that have exited the contributory pension scheme, like the Military Pension Board, DIA pension, DSS pension, and CIA pension. We had discussion with the DG PENCOM. A meeting is going to be convened in the next few days, whereby the Inspector General of Police will be in attendance, our Senate counterpart and the Chairman, Senate Committee on Public Affairs, the Chairman, House Committee on Police Affairs will all be in attendance so that the issue will be resolved permanently. Presently, there is a bill before the House for consideration so that the House can look at that bill for the police to exit the contributory pension scheme as they are demanding. I so report, sir. Thank you.
Thank you for the explanation. The first business of the day is presentation of 56 bills. I now invite the clerk to read their short titles.
Right, Honorable Speaker, honorable members. Institute of Conflict Analysis and Management Establishment Bill 2025, first reading. Federal Science College, Jeba, Kwara State Establishment Bill 2025, first reading. Federal Medical Centers Act Amendment Bill 2025, first reading. Federal University, Lafiagi, Kwara State Establishment Bill 2025, first reading. Federal Colleges of Education Act Amendment Bill 2025, first reading. Nigeria Security and Civil Defense Corps Act Amendment Bill 2025, first reading. Proceeds of Crime Recovery and Management Act Amendment Bill 2025, first reading. Money Laundering Prevention and Prohibition Act Amendment Bill 2025, first reading. Economic and Financial Crimes Commission Act Amendment Bill 2025, first reading. ICT Training and Technology Center, Maiduguri, Borno State Establishment Bill 2025, first reading. National Institute for Renewable Energy Technology Development and Innovation, Maiduguri Establishment Bill 2025, first reading. Mango and Cashew Processing Plant Establishment and Regulation Bill 2025, first reading. Universal Basic Education Act Amendment Bill 2025, first reading. Criminal Code Modernization and Human Rights Alignment Act Amendment Bill 2025, first reading. National Teachers Institute Act Amendment Bill 2025, first reading. Police Human Rights and Accountability Act Amendment Bill 2025, first reading. Official Secret Transparency and Harmonization Act Amendment Bill 2025, first reading. National Institute for Rural Disease Research and Treatment Establishment Bill 2025, first reading. Business Insolvency and Restructuring Bill 2025, first reading. Immigration Act Amendment Bill 2025, first reading. Copyright Act Amendment Bill 2025, first reading. Nigerian Correctional Service Reform and Non-Custodial Enhancement Act Amendment Bill 2025, first reading. Customs and Excise Management Digital Reform and Trade Facilitation Act Amendment Bill 2025, first reading. Emergency Medical Care Protection Bill 2025, first reading. Abandoned Property Restitution and Rehabilitation Act Amendment Rehabilitation Act Bill 2025, first reading. Labor Act Amendment Bill 2025, first reading. Federal Medical Centers Act Amendment Bill 2025, first reading. National Directorate of Employment Act Amendment Bill 2025, first reading. Nigeria Data Protection Act Amendment Bill 2025, first reading. National Agency for Food and Drugs Administration and Control Act Amendment Bill 2025, first reading. Agricultural Research Council of Nigeria Act Amendment Bill 2025, first reading. Federal University of Entrepreneurship and Innovation, ORE, Ondo State Establishment Bill 2025, first reading. Nigerian College of Aviation Technology, Mbaitoli, Local Government Area, Imo State Establishment Bill 2025, first reading. Electoral Act Amendment Bill 2025, first reading. Occupational Safety and Health Commission of Nigeria Establishment Bill 2025, first reading. Fiscal Responsibility Act Amendment Bill 2025, first reading. Federal Character Commission Act Amendment Bill 2025, first reading. Private and Independent Investigative Organizations Establishment Bill 2025, first reading. Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria 1999 6 Alteration Bill 2025, first reading. Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria 1999 6 Alteration Bill 2025, first reading. Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria 1999 6 Alteration Bill 2025, first reading. Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria 1999 6 Alteration Bill 2025, first reading. Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria 1999 6 Alteration Bill 2025, first reading. Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria 1999 6 Alteration Bill 2025, first reading. National Orientation Agency Act Amendment Bill 2025, first reading. Chartered Institute of Taxation of Nigeria Act Amendment Bill 2025, first reading. Chartered Institute of Bankers Act Amendment Bill 2025, first reading. Chartered Insurance Institute of Nigeria Act Amendment Bill 2025, first reading. Federal Medical Centers Act Amendment Bill 2025, first reading. Federal Medical Centers Act Amendment Bill 2025, first reading. Federal Medical Centers Act Amendment Bill 2025, first reading. Federal Medical Centers Act Amendment Bill 2025, first reading. Nigeria Police University of Science and Technology, Erinja Ayewa, Ogun State Establishment Bill 2025, first reading. Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria 1999 6 Alteration Bill 2025, first reading.
Order,
Digital
please.
Identity and
Order,
Likeness
please.
Protection Council Bill 2025, first reading.
Silence, please.
Police Service Commission Training Institute Establishment Bill 2025, first reading.
Honorable colleagues, the second business of the day is presentation of report of the Committee on Finance on the issue from the Statutory Revenue Fund of the Revenue Mobilization, Allocation and Fiscal Commission, the total sum of 105,140,926,744 naira 8 kobo, out of which the sum of 20,636,277,993 naira 19 kobo is for personnel cost. The sum of 8,949,990,489 naira 81 kobo is for overhead cost, while the sum of 75,554,656,281 naira 8 kobo is for capital cost for the financial year ending 31st December 2025. Standing in the name of Honorable James Abiodun Faleke, Honorable Faleke is invited to present the report.
Mr. Speaker, honorable colleagues, I rise to present to the House to receive the report of the Committee on Finance on the issue from the Statutory Revenue Fund of the Revenue Mobilization, Allocation and Fiscal Commission for the total sum of 105,140,926,744 naira 80 kobo, out of which the sum of 20,636,277,993 naira 19 kobo is for personnel cost, and the sum of 8,942,489 naira 81 kobo is for overhead cost, while the cost of 75,554,656,281 naira 80 kobo is for capital cost for the financial year ending 31st December 2025, pursuant to Order 20 Rules 54J of the Standing Orders of the House of Representatives. Mr. Speaker,
Honorable Marcus, arise to second the motion ably moved by Right Honorable Falake that the House receive the report of the Committee on Finance. I so second.
Support of this motion should say aye. Those against should say nay. That is have it. Honorable Falake. The third business of the day is presentation of 3 reports of the Committee on AIDS, Loans and Debt Management, standing in the name of Honorable Abubakar Hassan Nalaraba. Honorable Nalaraba is invited to present the report.
Mr. Speaker, the House do receive the report of the Committee on AIDS, Loans and Debt Management on the proposed 2025-26 external borrowing. Mr. Speaker, the House do receive the report of the Committee on AIDS, Loans and Debt Management on the proposed request
Honorable Maki
for the approval of the issuance of Federal Government of Nigerian bonds to settle outstanding pension liabilities. Fourth, Mr. Speaker, the House do receive the report of the Committee on AIDS, Loans and Debt Management on the proposed request for approval for establishment of foreign currency dominated issuance program in the domestic debt market. I do present, Mr. Speaker.
Is the Deputy Chairman of the committee around?
I hereby second the motion as ably moved by my chairman. I so second. Thank you.
Those in support of this motion should say aye. Those against should say nay. That is have it. Chair, please proceed and lay your report. The fourth business of the day is presentation of 3 reports of the Committee on Specialty Healthcare, standing in the name of Honorable Alex Ebona. Honorable Ebona is invited to present the reports.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I'm presenting 3 bills, and I want to take it simultaneously. That the House do receive the report of the Committee on Specialty Healthcare on the bill for an act to amend the National Eye Center Cap N38 Law of Federal Republic of Nigeria 2024 to provide for the establishment of more specialist health care centers and for related matters, HB 1060. The second, that the House do receive the report of the Committee on Specialty Healthcare on the bill for an act to establish Federal Institute of Vision and Optical Research, Rema Obama, Indoni local government area of Cross River State, to provide for scientific research, development of new technologies and product in vision and optical health, and for related matters, HB 586. Finally, that the House do receive the report of the Committee on Specialty Healthcare on a bill for an act to establish the Federal College of Optometry, Udukwa, Ahoda West, Obama, Indoni local government of River State, to provide for courses leading to the award of designated degrees, diplomat, psychiatry in optometry, ophthalmologists, and related courses, and for related matters, HB 587. I do submit, sir.
I rise this afternoon to second the submission from our chairman. I so second. Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker.
Those in support of this motion should say aye. Those against should say nay. That is have it. Honorable Ibona, please proceed and lay your report. Business of the day is presentation of report of the Committee on University Education on a bill for an act to provide for establishment of Federal University of Biomedical Sciences, Oju, Benue State, and for related matters, standing in the name of Honorable Abubakar Hassan Fulata. Honorable members will recall that the bill was referred to the committee on Thursday, 6th March 2025. The report is ready for presentation. Honorable Fulata is invited to present the report.
Mr. Speaker, honorable colleagues, I move that the House do receive the report of the House Committee on University Education on a bill for an act to provide for the establishment of Federal University of Biomedical Sciences, OJU, Benue State, and for related matters. House Bill 162. I so move, Mr. Speaker.
Any seconder to this bill? Is the Deputy Chairman around? Tertiary education.
I rise to second the motion, heavily moved by my chairman. I so second.
Those in support of this motion should say aye. Those against should say nay. The ayes have it. Please, Honorable Chair, proceed and lay your report. The Leader of the House, please, can you move for us to suspend our rules to go into executive session?
Mr. Speaker, I rise to move that we suspend our relevant rules for the House to go into a brief executive session. I so move.
The Minority Leader.
Mr. Speaker, highly respected colleagues, I stand to second the motion that the House do dissolve into executive session. I do second.
Those against should say nay. The ayes have it. House has resolved to executive session. Thank you.
Today is the third reading of a bill for an act to amend the University Teaching Hospital Reconstitution of Board ETC Act, CAP EU 15 Laws of Federation of Nigeria 2004 and for related matters. Standing in the name of Honorable Julius Yombere. I therefore call on Honorable Yombere to move for the bill to be read a third time. And let me also request that you, when you stand, you will do the second one and the third one. Let me mention it. Leader, you can sit, please. The second order of the day is the third reading of a bill for an act to amend the Federal Medical Centers Act and establish Federal Medical Center Saki, Oyo State. And the third order of the day is the third reading of the bill for an act to establish gifted and talented centers in 6 geopolitical zones in the country, also in the name of Honorable Julius Yombere.
I rise to move that the following bills, HB 1445, HB 1356, and HB 931 be read for the third time. I so move.
Hereby second the motion, ably moved by the majority leader. I so second.
The ayes have it. I now invite the clerk to read the log title of the bill.
Right, Honorable Speaker, honorable members. A bill for an act to amend the University Teaching Hospitals Reconstitution of Board ETC Act EU 15 Laws of the Federation of Nigeria 2004 and for related matters. Third reading. A bill for an act to amend the Federal Medical Centers Act and establish Federal Medical Center Shaki, Oyo State, and for the provision of tertiary healthcare services, medical education, and for related matters. Third reading. A bill for an act to establish gifted and talented centers in the 6 geopolitical zones in Nigeria and for related matters. Third reading.
ETC Act CAP EU 15 Laws of Federation of Nigeria 2004 and related matters, read third time and pass. The bill for an act to amend the Federal Medical Centers Act of Federal Medical Center Saki, Oyo State, for the provision of tertiary healthcare services, medical education, and related matters, read third time and pass. The bill for an act to establish gifted and talented centers in the 6 geopolitical zones in Nigeria for related matters, read third time and pass. We're going to the 6th business of the day, and we're inviting the chairman of Committee on Public Petitions to present his reports.
Mr. Speaker, I rise to move that this House do receive the report of the Committee on Public Petitions, numbers 8, 9, 10, 11, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18 on the order paper. I so move, Mr. Speaker.
Mr. Speaker, I raise the second motion as ably moved by my colleague, I so do.
The ayes have it. Honorable Lowry, please lay your report. What order of the day is commencement of debate on the general principle of a bill for an act to establish Nigerian Police University of Science and Technology, Erinja, Yewa, Ogun State, to provide specialized education, advanced training, and research policing, security studies, and for related matters. Standing on the name of Honorable Julius. Honorable members recall that the bill was transmitted by the Senate seeking concurrence of the House. This bill was read the first time, Wednesday, 23rd July. I now invite Honorable Youngberg to move that the bill be read the second time.
Mr. Speaker, I rise to move that the bill for an act to establish Police University of Science and Technology, Erinja, Yewa, Ogun State, to provide specialized education, advanced training, and research policing security studies and for related matters, SB 750, be read the second time. I so move.
I rise to second the motion ably moved by the Leader of the House.
The ayes have it. This is an establishment bill. It's coming from the Senate. I will just ask the question. Those in support that this bill be read the second time, say aye. Those against, say nay. The ayes have it. The clerk is invited to read the long title of the bill.
Right, Honorable Speaker, honorable members. A bill for an act to establish Nigeria Police University of Science and Technology, Erinja, Yewa, Ogun State, to provide specialized education, advanced training, and research policing, security studies, and for related matters. Second reading.
The bill is referred to the Committee of the Whole. Commencement of debate on the general principle of a bill for an act to establish Federal Institute of Mining and Geosciences, Akamkpa, Cross River State, to provide courses of instruction, training, and research in exploration and exploitation of minerals for national development and for related matters. Standing in the name of Honorable Jonathan Gaza Befi and Honorable Alex Ebona. Honorable members will recall that the bill was read the first time on Tuesday, 24 June 2025. And I invite Honorable Befi to move that the bill be now read the second time.
I rise to move a motion for a bill for an act to establish the Federal Institute of Mining and Geosciences, Akamkpa, Cross River State, to provide courses for instruction, training, and research in the exploration and exploitation of minerals for national development for related matters, HB 263.
Those in support of this bill that will be read the second time, say aye. Those against, say nay. The ayes have it. I'll just put the question, no debate, because it's an establishment bill. Those in support that this bill be read the second time, say aye. Those against, say nay. The ayes have it. This bill is referred to the Committee on Solid Minerals Development.
Right, Honorable Speaker, honorable members. A bill for an act to establish Federal Institute of Mining and Geosciences, Akamkpa, Cross River State, to provide courses of instruction, training, and research in the exploration and exploitation of minerals for national development and for related matters. Second reading.
This bill is referred to the Committee on Solid Mineral Development. The sixth order of the day is commencement of debate on the general principle of a bill for an act to repeal the Electoral Act number 13, 2022, and enact the Electoral Act 2025 to regulate the conduct of federal, state, area councils in the Federal Capital Territory elections and for related matters. Standing in the name of Honorable Adebayo Olusegun Balogun, honorable members will recall that the bill was read the first time on Tuesday, 22nd July 2025. And I invite Honorable Balogun to move that the bill be read the second time.
I rise to move that a bill for an act to repeal the Electoral Act number 13 of 2022 and enact the electoral bill to regulate the conduct of federal, state, and area councils in the Federal Capital Territory election and for related matters, HB 2479, be read second time. I so move.
I rise this afternoon to second the motion ably moved by my colleagues that the bill be read for the second time. I hereby second.
It's just a straightforward bill, so I just put the question. Those in support of this motion say aye.
Mr. Speaker,
Those against say nay.
Mr. Speaker, please.
Yes.
There are two very critical components. For instance, Section 28, subsection 5 of this bill, it speaks about the jurisdiction of where a matter can be held with regards to candidacy. As of now, it's a situation where it could be held anywhere in the country. So we are moving, or I am moving an amendment that it has to be held in the immediate jurisdiction of where the election took place or in the federal capital territory of the country.
The 8th part of the amendment you're making? I think it's in order. Is anybody is proposing for an amendment? Is that what you have a right of reply? Is that, are you okay with that?
I think what we have is just the jurisdiction, but we didn't include the federal capital territory. So I think I feel it's in order if we can put that.
Committee level, they will fine-tune all that. And also public hearing will highlight all that.
Okay,
all right?
Thank you.
So I ask the question again. Those in support that this bill be read the second time, say aye. Those against, say nay. The ayes have it. This bill is referred to the Committee on Electoral Matters.
Right, Honorable Speaker, honorable members, a bill for an act to repeal the Electoral Act number 13/2022 and enact the electoral bill to regulate the conduct of federal, state, and area councils in the Federal Capital Territory elections and for related matters. Second reading.
To the Committee on Electoral Matters. The seventh order of the day is commencement of debate on the general principles of a bill for an act to establish Federal University of Aeronautics, Urofyong Oruko, Akwa Ibom State, to provide training of professionals and research in the field of aeronautical engineering and aviation management in Nigeria, and for related matters. Standing in the name of Honorable Martin S.N. Atim, honorable members will recall that this bill was read the first time on Tuesday, 2nd July 2024, and I invite Honorable Atim to move that the bill be read the second time.
Mr. Speaker, I rise this afternoon to move a motion that a bill for an act to establish the Federal University of Aeronautics, Urofyong Orugo, Akwa Ibom State, to provide training of professionals and research in the field of aeronautical engineering and aviation management in Nigeria and for related matters. HB 1542 be read the second time. Mr. Speaker, honorable colleagues, I so move.
My name is Honorable Sesi Oluwaseun Wingan. I represent the people of Badagry Federal Constituency. I rise today to second the motion ably moved by my honorable colleagues. I so move.
Those in support of this motion say aye. Most distinguished colleagues, the ninth order of the day is commencement of debate on the general principle of a bill for an act to establish National Hospital for Women, Idato, Imo State, to specialize in the promotion of reproductive and maternal health, research, prevention, sensitization, and its treatment of obstetrics, fistula, and for related matters. Standing in the name of Honorable Ika Wono Ugochinyere, honorable members recall that the bill was read the first time on Thursday, 18 July 2024, and I invite Honorable Ika Wono to move that the bill be now read the second time.
I rise this afternoon to move a motion for the second reading of a bill for an act to establish the National Hospital for Women, Idato, Imo State, and for other related matters.
Mr. Speaker, I rise to second the motion heavily moved by my colleague Ikanga. I so second. Thank you.
Say aye. Those in support of this motion say aye. Those against say nay. The ayes have it. Straightforward motion, establishment bill. I just put the question. Those in support of this bill say aye. Those against say nay. The ayes have it. Clerk.
Right, Honorable Speaker, honorable members, a bill for an act to establish National Hospital for Women, Idato, Imo State, to specialize in the promotion of reproductive and maternal health, research, prevention, sensitization, and treatment of obstetrics, fistula, and for related matters. Second reading.
This bill is referred to Committee on Specialty Healthcare. Most distinguished colleagues, the 10th order of the day is commencement of debate on the general principle of a bill for an act to establish the National Independent Project and Monitoring Agency, NIPMA, for the purpose of ensuring transparency, accountability, and effective monitoring and evaluation of public projects in Nigeria and for related matters. Standing in the name of Honorable Chinedu Emeka Martins, honorable members will recall that the bill was read the first time, 21st May 2025. And I invite Honorable Martins to move that the bill be read the second time.
My name remains Honorable Emeka Chinedu. I represent the hospital people of Ahia Zumbi State Federal Constituency. I'm from Imo State. Mr. Speaker, honorable colleagues, I rise this afternoon to move a motion for a bill for an act to establish the National Independent Project.
Nalaraba, approach the chair. Honorable Nalaraba, approach the chair.
Mr. Speaker, I rise this afternoon to move a bill for an act to establish the National Independent Project and Monitoring Agency, NIPMA, for the purpose of ensuring transparency, accountability, and effective monitoring and evaluation of public projects in Nigeria and for related matter, HB 2344. Be read the second time. I so move, Mr. Speaker.
The prince beside you wants to second, so let him have the privilege.
I rise to second the motion for a bill ably moved by my Honorable Emeka to be read for the second time. I so second.
Those in support of this motion say aye. Those against say nay. The ayes have it. It's a straightforward motion. I'll just ask the question. It's the establishment bill. Those in support of the bill say aye. Those against say nay. The ayes have it. Clerk.
Right, Honorable Speaker, honorable members, a bill for an act to establish the National Independent Project and Monitoring Agency, NIPMA, for the purpose of ensuring transparency, accountability, and effective monitoring and evaluation of public projects in Nigeria and for related matters. Second reading.
Is referred to the Committee on Works. And special duties. Let special duties lead. The 11th order of the day is commencement of debate on the general principle of the bill for now to provide for establishment of a board to be responsible for the regulation of health education practitioners and related matters. Standing in the name of Honorable Shagaya Tolani, members will recall that the bill was read the first time, Tuesday, 14 November, and I invite Shagaya to move that the bill be read the second time.
I rise today to lead the debate on the general principles of a bill for an act to provide for the establishment of a board to be responsible for the regulation of health education practitioners and for related matters. I so move.
Any seconder?
I rise this afternoon to support the motion that the bill be read a second time. I so second, Mr. Speaker.
The ayes have it. It's also establishment bill. I just put the question. Those in support of this bill say aye. Aye. Those against say nay. The ayes have it. Question again. Those in support of this bill say aye. Aye. Those against say nay. The ayes have it. Clerk.
Right, Honorable Speaker, honorable members. A bill for an act provide for establishment of a board to be responsible for the regulation of health education practitioners and for related matters. Second reading.
Thank you. This bill is referred to Committee on Health Institutions.
Mr. Speaker, we are here elected by our constituents. And we're here to pass bills for the good governance of the nation. In my capacity as representative of my constituency, I observed a serious problem with the Electoral Act. I came up with a bill seeking to amend specifically a section of the Electoral Act dealing with overvoting, because I was affected by that issue during the 2023 general election. I lost over 10 votes because some people, my opponents, will just come, they will target where I get most of my votes, they will just increase the number of the voters in that polling unit by just 1 or 2, and then my entire votes in that unit is cancelled. I presented a bill before this House, and it was passed as second reading. Today, the House Committee on Electoral Matters presented an amendment, a report, conveniently excluding my bill from the compendium. It was not listed here. This is a fraudulent document, and we pass it.
It was never debated. This is like a second reading. We ought to have debated this document. This is a fraudulent document. The fraudulent document. It ought to have been debated. It ought to have been debated. No public hearing held. This is a fraud. This is fraud.
The Committee on Electoral Matters, the chairman is there now and has related with us in the Committee on Rules and Business that all electoral bills that have been seconded to them, they are going to do the public hearing about the same time. So, and that is what this is driven to. So if your bill is not in this compendium, but it has been referred to the committee, it's on the list among those they are going to consider. And INEC is being invited to the public hearing. So all such bills, myself, I have about 5 electoral reform bills that I propose is 2023, 2024. Mr. Speaker, honorable colleagues, they all will be considered during the public hearing as being planned by the committee and INEC. Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker.
Honorable Flata is aware of this, and he knew we are going to start our public hearing during the break. And I believe any such matter should be referred, should be discussed at that level. And I don't think any bill is deliberately rejected or so. So I want to, guarantee him that by the time we get to the public hearing, this issue, the issue he's talking about, will be fully discussed. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
This is the Electoral Act Repeal and Enactment Bill. Repeal and enactment.
Of the entire Electoral Act.
Entire, yes. Which means if we pass this bill as second reading, my mind is not there. It has taken care of everything.
Second reading?
The second reading, yeah.
No, it's still coming back to consideration of report. It's still coming back after second reading.
By then it will be too late. It will not be part of the bill that was passed after second reading.
After second reading, it will go back to the committee. And at the committee, like you know, they will do technical sections and public hearings, and it will come back to the committee of the whole. And at that time, maybe public hearing, if you feel there are things that are not right, you can also inject it there before it comes back through their report for our consideration. And if your own bill is going to be listed as one of the bills that will accompany this during public hearing, I think you should just get the date for the public hearing, participate, and make sure it makes the report.
But my bill ought to have been reflected in this compendium, sir. It ought to have been included in this compendium. Because if we are past this, if we are coming for close consideration, my bill would not be included here.
How many bills are in that compendium?
What my brother Honorable Flatter is raising is quite very germane, sir. That's why when there are 2-3 bills, you go for consolidation. Put everything together. And if you repeal an enactment, how many of such bills are we going to do consideration? But with their ruling there, is for them now to ensure so that it will reflect in our voice of proceeding of today that this bill was omitted among the components for public hearing, so that when we come for consideration, it will serve as a supporting document for the validity of what we're going to do. That's my appeal, sir. Thank you.
Your opinion is well noted. And the chairman, Electoral Matters, please take note that if you compiled bills and you left out some, you must give us justification, even when you bring it back for consideration, because we'll ask you questions. And we might throw it out until you include those fundamental bills that have passed through second reading, so that we don't want anybody to feel discriminated against. Okay? So I am putting it under gavel that the issue raised by Honorable Falata will make what you are going to bring back to us here as a report for consideration. Honorable Falata, the gavel have solved your problem. He will not bring it back to the House without your bill being part of the compendium.
I will put all my, in addition to my 2 eyes, all my senses will be attentive on that day.
That's good. I trust you. That is what legislators are supposed to hear. So you wear your spectacle.
Mr. Speaker, my esteemed colleagues, I rise up to present a motion on the need to enhance the production and boost the exportation of coconut. Mr. Speaker, for the purpose of time, I will just go straight to the point and read the highlights and the prayer of the motions. Note that coconut ranked 20th globally and the 5th in Africa is a highly sought after cash crop with health benefits and economic value in Nigeria, producing approximately 225,500 tons annually as reported by the Food and Agricultural Organization. Also note that despite the viability of coconut potential in Nigeria, the federal government is yet to fully utilize the huge potential of the coconut. Aware that the federal government, the Federal Ministry of Industry, Trade and Investment, and the Federal Ministry of Agriculture and Food Security, in conjunction with the National Coconut Producers, Processors and Marketers Association of Nigeria, is working to make Nigeria the highest coconut producer and the processor in Africa, and to support private sector coconut business by providing seedling for production. What is that African countries with less coconut potentials are investing and improving the subsector contributing to the global.
Please go to your prayers. Go to your prayers.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. My prayer in this motion is that all the federal ministries of industry, trade and investment, and foreign affairs to register Nigeria with the International Coconut Community, ICC, as obtained with relevant bodies for commodities such as cocoa, palm, sugar, and rubber. 2, urge the Federal Ministry of Environment, Raw Material Research and Development, Coconut, and National Agency for the Great Wall to prioritize and make budgetary provision for coconut to address land degradation and desertification, boost and security support community to adapt climate. Mandates the Committee on Agricultural Production and Services and Industry and report within 4 weeks. I so submit, Mr. Speaker. Thank you for the opportunity.
And Services and Industry. Honorable colleagues, we are jumping to 17th order of the day, consideration of reports. The 17th order of the day is consideration of report of Committee on Finance on the issue from the Statutory Revenue Fund of the Revenue Mobilization, Allocation and Fiscal Commission, the total sum of 105,140,926,744 naira 8 kobo, out of which the sum of 20,636,277,993 naira 19 kobo is for personnel costs. The sum of 8,949,992,489 naira 81 kobo is for overhead costs, while the sum of 75,554,656,281 naira 8 kobo is for capital costs for the financial year ending 31st of December 2025. Honorable members will recall that the report was laid on Wednesday, 23rd July 2025. Honorable James Abiodun Faleke will move for the consideration of the report. Honorable Faleke, please, the floor is yours.
I rise to move that the House do consider the report of the Committee on Finance on the issue from the Statutory Revenue Fund of the Revenue Mobilization, Allocation and Fiscal Commission, the total sum of 105 billion 140 million 926,744 naira 8 kobo, out of which the sum 20 billion 666 million 277,993 naira 19 kobo is for personnel costs, and the sum of 8 billion 949 million 992,489 naira 81 kobo is for overhead costs, while the sum of 75 billion 554 million 656,281 naira 8 kobo is for capital costs for the financial year ending 31st December 2025. Mr. Speaker, I so move.
Mr. Speaker, I rise to second the motion ably moved by Right Honorable James Abidufalake that the House do consider the report of Committee on Finance. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Those in support of this motion say aye. Those against say nay. The ayes have it. The 18th order of the day is consideration of 4 reports of Committee on AIDS, Loans and Debt Management, standing in the name of Honorable Abubakar Hassan Nalaraba. Honorable Naraba will move for consideration of the report. Most distinguished colleagues, the first report to be considered is that of the Committee on Finance on the issue from the Statutory Revenue Fund of the Revenue Mobilization Allocation and Fiscal Commission. The total sum of 140,926,744 naira 8 kobo, out of which the sum of 20,636,277,993 naira 19 kobo is for personnel costs. The sum of 8,949,992,489 naira 81 kobo is for overhead costs, while the sum of 75,554,656,281 naira 8 kobo is for capital costs for the financial year ending 31st December 2025. And I invite Honorable James Faleke to give the synopsis of the report.
The report before you is the budget for the Revenue Mobilization Allocation and Fiscal Commission Act 2025. This enhancement of budget or funding is made possible pursuant to the new amendment made to the Act, which has given direct funding to RAMFAC from the Federation account. So they are now independent and they are no longer dependent on federal government to be funded. So the total budgeted estimate is 105 billion, 140 million, 926,744 naira 0.08 kobo, as detailed. Of course, the recommendations are just very, 2 recommendations.
The synopsis of this bill has been well given, and we appreciate the Chairman Finance for making it as brief as possible and understandable as possible. Your report was actually well prepared. And we appreciate the work you have done so far. So I will just go to the recommendation, and we have 3 recommendations there, in fact 2. And the second one has A, B, C, D. So recommendation 1, recommendation 2A, 2B, 2C, 2D. The second report to be considered is that of the Committee on AIDS, Loans and Debt Management and the proposed external borrowing rolling plan. I invite Honorable Abubakar Hassan Nalaraba to give the synopsis of the bill, not Fulata.
Mr. Chairman, My highly respected colleagues, you may recall that the House at plenary on the 27th May 2025 read 3 communications from Mr. President seeking the House to approve the underlisted 3 key items. 1, the 2025-2026 external borrowing plan. 2, the House should approve the issuance of federal government bonds to settle outstanding pension liabilities. And the 3rd one is seeking the House approval for the establishment of foreign currency denominated issuance program in the domestic debt market. The committee, in line with its mandate, had diverse interactions and engagements with stakeholders, access and compare submissions as it relates to the request. For item 1, the borrowing plan, Mr. Chairman, my highly respected colleagues, the committee in the course of the assignment observed that the borrowing plan does not equate the actual new borrowing for the 2025 fiscal year, as it has already been captured by the Midterm Expenditure Framework, MTEF, covering both the federal and state governments. In the second report, Mr. Chairman, it was noted that the federal government has been complying with the implementation of the provisions of the Pension Reform Act 2014 over the years due to revenue challenges, thereby leading to accumulation of pension arrears with the attendant hardship to retirees. On the third report, Mr. Chairman, the request is pursuant to the provisions Section 44, subsection 1 and 2 of the Fiscal Responsibility Act 2007. This initiative is anchored on Presidential Executive Order number 16 of 2023. Also, the program aligns with the Nigerian macroeconomic objectives to diversify funding sources. Following from the above, Mr. Chairman, the committee, having done due diligence on the assignment, recommends that the House do approve all the 3 requests from Mr. President as indicated in his communication. I so present, Mr. Chairman.
On the 2025-2026 external borrowing rolling plan, by the Committee on Aid, Loans and Debts, there is only one recommendation. And I'll just put the question that this recommendation be made part of this report of the House. Recommendation 1.
All right, and those were highlights of the House plenary of 23rd July 2025, just before the National Assembly proceeded on an 8-week recess, which is ongoing currently. But what is the essence of parliamentary recess for lawmakers? This next segment of the program will provide further enlightenment on parliamentary recess.
Recess is only once a year, and it's usually during the months of August and September every year. And it's not just the National Assembly in Nigeria, lawmaking bodies across the world, so in India, in America, in South America, everywhere in the world. And even law courts, the Supreme Court, High Court, Federal High Court, Court of Appeal, they all go on recess at this period. So it's a normal thing. But we must differentiate this annual recess from the breaks that takes place when there are festivities or public holidays. For instance, when there is the Easter break, there's the Salah break, there is Christmas break, the New Year breaks. All those don't amount to recess. They are just normal breaks, holidays that the general public is already also entitled to. You know, the difference here is that where 2 are close or near each other, take Salah and Easter, and maybe there is 7 days or thereabouts in between. There's no use coming in between them, so you just do the breaks together. Otherwise, our annual recess is once in a year, and it's during the months of August and September. Committee is the parliament at work. That's where the real work takes place. So during a period of break or recess, it's a period where the committees usually have all the time in the world to do everything that they have to do. But we always throw in the caution that there's a need to rest because this job involves a lot of stress. So there's a need to have a break from work. We always push that in. But most committee chairmen take this as an opportunity to finish the work that they have piling on their tables. As Chairman Rules and Business, I am aware that there are many committees that have matters referred to them that they have not reported back to plenary. Their results, their reports have not yet been laid in plenary. And I know that 2 or 3 days before we went on this recess, my committee issued out a letter informing standing committees that, and even other committees, that if they do not turn in their reports, we were going to discharge them of their functions. So many of them are doing their bit now to ensure that even during the break, they are able to meet up and clear their desk. And it's also a time when you hear from your constituents and you are able to bring back what you hear. For instance, from my own constituency, before I came back yesterday or the day before, there was this complaint on the Ujevu to Itakpe rail line. Most of my constituents wanted to talk to me about that. For instance, they said there are only 4 coaches in it at the moment, and it runs only once a day, and it's so slow and breaks down every day. Sometimes you get to your destination 3 a.m., 4 a.m. So if I hadn't been home, I wouldn't be able to get first-hand information. In fact, I had to go to see what is happening at some of the stations to see what my people are suffering. Now, this will help me as a lawmaker to come back when we resume to do a motion on the need to revamp the Ujebu Itakpe rail line. That's the same thing for every one of the 360 of us. As we interfere with our people, we get the feedback mechanism. And this is just for the rail in my side. So I could go on to tell you more issues that have been raised as I go back and mingle with my people and they talk to me. Things that the federal government need to know, need to hear, need to know is happening to our people. It's very important that government at the central, government at the top, wherever, is able to know what is happening at the grassroots. And it only happens during this kind of period where legislators are able to go back and meet with their constituents. And I think it's a very vital link in the chain of governance. Every lawmaker, every legislator is entitled to a constituency office, and you as a constituent should know the office of your lawmaker. If he was never there during the normal sittings, during the period of recess, he will definitely be there most of the time. So this is the time to engage him. You can get in touch with his staff at the constituency office who will tell you when he'll be physically available. And it's also important that we engage our lawmakers during this period at social ceremonies where we meet with them, where we see them, walk up to them, greet them, introduce yourself, be friendly, and bring to their attention things that they should know, things that will help the nation. It's your right, it's your duty to do, and most legislators will listen to you, particularly if you do it in a civic manner, in a friendly manner, and in a manner in which promotes, peace and progress for the country. Engagement is part of legislative activity.
Recess is a constitutional right to the honorable member. After some months of serving in the National Assembly, you will be given that opportunity to go for a holiday. This holiday means a lot. Many of us will not have the opportunity to go for medical checkup, to go and take care of their families, to go and see their constituencies, to go and see some of the projects that was conducted in the constituencies. It is during this recess that you will go and see. You have the opportunity, you have the time to go and see those projects in your constituency. Likewise, as I said, and it will give you an opportunity to go out for a medical checkup if you have any sickness with you, so that you have enough time to go and have it. Then thirdly, sometimes
this recess will enable you to attend some committee functions, because during the session, you may not have enough time to go around the whole of the committees that you are in. So therefore, some chairmen of the committees, they reserve their services during recess, where you will have full time to participate and contribute significantly. Even during the recess, if at least 3 or 4 committees were set aside to perform their activities during the recess, you cannot have the time to attend all of them. Presently now, my colleagues are at Akwa Ibom, HIV/AIDS. They were having a retreat, but I'm here in Abuja. The federal character that I'm in, yesterday we have a meeting. A day before yesterday we have a meeting where we scrutinize ministries and agencies just to see their performances, just to see their enrollment in employment, just to see justification. And they follow the character in compliance to the federal character. The spread of the employee staff in the agencies, are they in accordance with the federal character guidelines? So, therefore, still, as we are in a recess, tomorrow, still I have a committee that I will go and attend their own meeting, despite the fact that with the character committee, we even prefer throughout our session of recess, to attend these meetings, because it is during this time that many agencies and ministries will be invited to come for such services. So, but in some other committees, it's after just in a recess, it's once or twice, then they finish. So, at least you will have a honorable member with a committee of not less than 12, 13 to 15. So during the session, it's a matter of either you go to the chamber, have some hours before you go for your committee's meeting. So, but during the recess, you will have ample opportunity to go for such services. We still intend to go to the constituency. You know, now we are in a rainy season. Much is needed from my constituency in the area of fertilizer. This is the right time that we have to distribute it. So if we are able to get the fertilizer before Saturday, we will rush to go to the constituency to distribute this fertilizer. This is the only opportunity they will use it, as well as inspecting those projects. We have so many projects of 2024 that are yet to be inspected, because during the session we will not have the opportunity to go and inspect them. But there are many, and I believe we will spend not less than a week following those projects. I know they are expecting more from me, and I have the confidence that I will deliver to them. They should be patient, and whatever we get, we will deliver it to them. A message to Nigerians. Before Nigerians, a message to the leadership of Nigerians, that people are suffering in Nigeria. Many people cannot afford to eat 3 times in a day. So therefore, Mr. President, and we the honorable members, we have to come together to see how we can get out of these difficulties in the nation, because people are suffering, people are dying. Secondly, the issue of insecurity has hindered so many things in Nigeria. Many farmers cannot farm this year because of the insecurity. So I urge the federal government to intensify the issue of security to Nigerians. Likewise, the Nigerians. They should be patient.
They said we are on recess, but now you see the office moving. It's not only plenary, we only have recess for plenary. This is the period that we do oversight functions and we have our committee meetings, we do several other things in the office during the recess. The only thing is that we don't go for plenary during recess. Work continues. Legislative work is just sitting in the plenary and talking. We have so many other things we are doing. And that's why you see we come to the office every day. And take for instance my committee now. Next week, from Monday to Friday, we'll be visiting, we are oversighting our agencies from Monday to Friday. Today we had several meetings, I had several other committee meetings. I had 2 committee meetings today, and we've just finished. I am the Deputy Chairman, Committee on Pensions. We are visiting the PENCOM, PITAD, military pension analysis. We need to see how well they are doing in payment of our pensioners. You see, like 2 weeks ago, police officers, retired ones, they came to protest. And we are working on their bill to make sure that they are well taken care of. Like you can see, before now, people stay 2, 3, 4 years before they are paid. But I'm telling you now today that even people that are retired March this year have been paid. You can see that it's getting short. March this year, they have been paid. And before the end of this year, all the backlog will be settled, and people will, as you retire, within 30 days, you will start getting your pension. That's what we are working towards.
That sounds too good to be true. What instrumentality or mechanisms are you putting in place as a committee to ensure that this is done?
And because we oversight them, we make sure that they pay, and we have the government will. The president is willing because he really understands the plight of pensioners. And under the distinguished Our Excellency President Bola Tinubu is willing, and they have released all the accrued benefit of retirees. That's why they are being paid. It is the accrued benefit that is delaying the payments, but now they are being paid on time, and we are improving. We are even working on the amendment of the Pension Act 2014, and very soon we are coming with a better act. And our Speaker, Tajuddin Abbas, is giving us all the support we need, and that's why we are achieving all this. Thank you very much.
Okay, so are you saying that during these 8 weeks of recess of the House, your constituents will not get to see you at the constituency level?
My constituent will see me by tomorrow now. I'll be traveling. I have a program at the constituency, but I don't need to go and sit down there. That's not where I'm supposed to be all the time. But they will see me. I have a lot of activities over this weekend. But next week I'll be back to the office. When I go tomorrow now, I'll come back on the 17th. So we have to be doing all together. I'm not far from my constituents. I speak with them every day. I have my aides. I have about 17 aides working for me at the constituency. And my absence is not felt at any point in time. I'm always with them.
So what you are saying is that it's work, both at the constituency level and here in the National Assembly.
Yeah, that's what we are sent for. That's what we signed for. We begged for it. We are given, and we have to do it. We have to do it. We have to work here, and we have to work at the constituency all the time. That's what we applied for. They gave it to us, and we have to deliver.
All right, I'm sure you have better understanding of the concept of parliamentary recess and what activities engage lawmakers, or what activities lawmakers engage in during parliamentary recess. And that's the size of the program today. You can be sure we will bring you updates from the National Assembly as they unfold. I am Itaire Ikben. Thanks for watching, and do look out for another episode of the program. Until then, I'll say stay patriotic and stay out of trouble. Bye for now.